Welcome to Japa Circle, Make Japa Great Again. Thanks for joining from various places. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, don't try to be a great devotee, just try to be a good devotee. And he didn't say the next thing, but although we should try to be a good devotee, should do great japa. And one of the verses I'm going to read just briefly, a small segment from the Bhagavatam, the second canto, points out that we should be trying to make advancement and that we should notice the difference when we're doing our practice. And this is from the chapter called Pure Devotional Service, second canto, third chapter. And the verse number is 24. Tadashmasharam hridayam bhatedam yagriyamanair harinamadhyayai navikriyetata yada vikaro netre jalam gatra ruhesha harashaha. Certainly, that heart is steel-framed, which, in spite of one's chanting the holy name of the Lord with concentration, does not change. When ecstasy takes place, tears fills the eyes and the hairs stand on end. And just a small excerpt from the purport. Prabhupada writes, we should note with profit that in the first 3 chapters of the second canto, a gradual process of development of devotional service is being presented. In the first chapter, the first step in devotional service for God consciousness by the process of hearing and chanting has been stressed, and a gross conception of the personality of Godhead in His universal form for the beginners is recommended. By such a gross conception of God, through the material manifestations of His energy, one is enabled to spiritualize the mind and the senses and gradually concentrate the mind upon Lord Vishnu, the Supreme, who is present as the Supersoul in every heart and everywhere, in every atom of the material universe. The system of Pancha Upasana, recommending 5 mental attitudes for the common man, is also enacted for this purpose, namely gradual development, worship of the superior, that may be in the form of fire, electricity, the sun, the massive living entities, Lord Shiva, and at last the impersonal Supersoul, the partial representation of Lord Vishnu. They are all nicely described in the second chapter, but in the third chapter, further development is prescribed after one has actually reached the stage of Vishnu worship, or pure devotional service, and the ultimate stage of Vishnu worship is suggested herein in relation to the change of heart. I'll go on later with that, but the point is, Shukadev Goswami is saying that we should practice so that we come to a change of heart. And that means that one has to avoid the 10 offenses and chant with great concentration. So, dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Shri Panchatattva, Shri Shri Radha Manan Mohan, Shri Shri Lakshmi Nrsingadev, if you so desire, please empower us to chant japa this morning with great concentration and to someday achieve a great change of heart. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama 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 Hare Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram, 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 Ram,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama Rama Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram.
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram.
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram.
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Sit
Krishna Hare
properly.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
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 Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
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 Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
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 Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
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 Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram Ram
Rama, Rama
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram Ram
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Om
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Sit properly.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
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 Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
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 Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram, Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. The verse I read just earlier from the Srimad Bhagavatam is about how the touch of the holy name, the chanting of Hare Krishna is transformational. It helps us to improve. And so the verse is saying that we shouldn't pour water on the fire when we're lighting it, and thus not improve and not have the fire increase. And so it's warning us to be careful that when we're doing our spiritual practices, we should be aware that the goal is to change. The heart should change. So just take a few reflections about ways in which noticeably the holy name has had some benefit in your life, how you've changed by chanting. Anything you've noticed?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Deva Vrata.
So I'm dealing with a broken down van in Utah. And I was just noticing yesterday how, because I didn't really start touching the problem until after I had chanted and read about an hour and a half, that when I was actually dealing with the problem, I felt very detached from the issue. I was dealing with everything very diligently, but I could sense the strength of the Bhagavatam, I could sense the strength of associating with the Vaishnavas, and I could sense the strength of the holy name, kind of lifting me beyond the circumstance of having to deal with something that's potentially stressful.
And give one verse that says why that might be true. Like Vasudevi Bhagavati.
Tamo rajas tamo bhava kama loba dayasye chetan atvir anadvidvam stitam satve prasidyati. That by coming in contact with the message of the Bhagavatam, the modes of nature, tamas and rajas, are gradually purified of the heart, freed from the heart.
Nicely done. A broken down van in Utah. That sounds like the beginning of a country song. Let's have a couple more. Yes. We need juice on the yellow mic.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. The reflection is somewhat similar to Devrata Prabhu, but we all think about godly qualities. We read about not being attached to the results of the work. We also talk about not being the doer of our activities. But I feel when we have good japa, it just becomes natural. It's really natural. It's all the techniques that we learn on book distribution, they just come naturally to us as we have that verse. Yes, that all the God, there's a, I don't remember the verse, but all the godly qualities manifest in the person.
Yes, bhakti bhagavati
Kinchana sarvai gunais tatra samasesura. Haraur bhakta se kato mahat guna So that's.
Could you give us one specific incident, like a broken down van in Utah?
Especially at work, I feel a lot of stress because there are ways I want to do things, but there are ways the things should work. I mean, I should do things the way I want to do and the way it should be done. So I feel when I do chanting, I don't have the attachment to the way I want to do things, but I want to do the things way they should be done.
Well, that's nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
One more? Yes. Talking about the ways in which we feel improvement from chanting Hare Krishna.
I feel like the days that my chanting is really good, my day goes exceptionally well. I'm super happy throughout the day, and I feel really accomplished, and I feel like that day, like I did something really good. So it just makes me feel very fulfilled overall, which lets me do my other duties properly.
So if you've done good japa in the morning, no matter what else happens, at least you did one good thing, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Yes.
This is not exactly about the heart, but noticeable changes, like, I am able to wake up earlier in the morning, like what I used to be earlier, much earlier. And then I try to be more disciplined so that my japa doesn't get impacted. So I'll try to sleep early or, find my time for whatever devotional service we have to do. And then the interest which I used to have earlier before chanting, like, going out or shopping, internet browsing, looking stuff. So all that has so much. It's like not even considerably. It's like almost gone. I mean, we don't even like anymore all those things. So those are the changes externally. I mean, not externally. I'm sure it's impacting the heart also, but changes automatically happening after we chant.
Nice. This morning I heard Prabhupada say that his eldest son was very restless. And one of Prabhupada's friends would come over to the house and say, well, he'd offer that 2-year-old boy, he said, I'll give you this prize if you can sit still for 1 minute. And Prabhupada said he couldn't do it. Couldn't do it for 1 minute. So he said that we can't remain inactive as spiritual beings. If we're given something superior to do, then if we do that, then we'll feel satisfied and we'll be productive. And the superior thing is the chanting of the holy names, and it's transformative. It's the only intervention we can get in our lives that will actually improve us, because when we're afflicted, we have to be in contact with somebody who's not afflicted by the modes of nature to pull us out. Therefore, the holy name is described as being the means of deliverance from the material world. And we deliver ourselves from our own conditioning in the sense that I want to hold on. I want to stay in the prison. Like some prisoners, even when they get out, they commit another crime because they want to go back in, because they think it's easier there because they give me free meals and I don't have to think about anything. I just do my work and keep my head down. And so that's the plight of the conditioned soul. So Krishna delivers us from that, and he appears as his holy name. So we're meant to transform and improve, so we can mark whether we're improving or not according to today's verse, which I'll just read one more time. He says, certainly that heart is steel-framed, which in spite of one's chanting the holy name of the Lord with concentration does not change. When ecstasy takes place, tears fill the eyes and the hairs stand on end. And Prabhupada writes, if the reaction does not take place, even after continuous hearing and chanting of the holy name of the Lord, it may be considered to be due to offenses only. This is the opinion of the Sandarbha. In the beginning of chanting of the holy name of the Lord, if the devotee has not been very careful about evading the 10 kinds of offenses at the holy feet of the holy name, certainly the reaction of feelings of separation will not be visible by tears in the eyes and the standing of hair on end. Shri Harinam Prabhu Ki Jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Sit
Hare
properly.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Ram
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Ram Ram, Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Shri Hari Ram Prabhu Ki Jai. Vancha Kalpatarusha.